following podcast is being brought to you by the Defy Life Podcast Network.
Maybe we can still heal you. Why? So you can just lock me up? No. Just bury me in the ocean with my ancestors that jumped from the ships. Because they knew death was better than bondage.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it. I didn't see the light until I was already a man. By then it was nothing to me but blinding. The shadows betray you because they belong to me.
In the hell do you think you are?
Okay, it's not working out. I'm gonna need the suit back.
For how long?
Forever. Yeah, that's
No, please,
Let's
Mr.
have
Stark,
it.
you don't understand. Please, this is all I have. I'm nothing without this suit.
If you're nothing without this suit, then you shouldn't have it. Okay?
So Oz, this week we will be discussing something I guess a little foreign to the Marvel vs. DC slogan we have. We're going to talk about some non-Marvel and DC comics today.
Yeah.
You know, what are your?
Good.
Yeah, I think so too. What are your thoughts on the non-Marvel and DC comics and kind of their impact? Loaded question.
Pardon me, excuse me. No, man, I'm actually pretty excited to talk about this because First Love is always like, you know, the most realist and painful love sometimes, and DC and Marvel were my first love, you know. But they were also the perfect like gateway to a lot of really amazing like artists, amazing writers that were like from Image, Dark Horse, Boom. You know, there's a ton out there, and there's a ton of really strong stuff, and you know everybody else is playing the game too, and they're branching out of DC and Marvel, and like Hulu just released The Boys, which we should talk about probably next week. You know, there's a lot to talk about. But yeah, it's cool, and let's not forget about Dark Horse too with Hellboy. You know, I'm excited to talk about this one. It's good.
Yeah, I agree. There's a lot of good titles. I actually went to my bookshelf and pulled out some of my non-Marvel and DC ones for us to, you know, just kind of talk about. And you know, I come to realize that, and obviously it's no one's fault but my own, but my collection of Image, Dark Horse, and Boom, and all those different, you know, comics is so much smaller than my Marvel and DC intake.
Well, I mean, but think about it though. You know, Image, like DC and Marvel are like these big giants, you know, and there have been people who've been like nipping at the heels at them. Like we remember when Image first took off, and we had Wetworks, and we had Youngblood, and we had Jim Lee with his with Wildcat, and now because literally because of their giants, Milestone got absorbed by DC. That's why we have like, you know, it's his name Omni-Man? No, what is that guy's name? The Black Superman. That's why we have him in Young Justice, and that's what we
Icon?
have him. What's that?
Icon?
Oh God, thank you, Icon.
I can't believe. That's why I was confused. I was like, who are you talking about?
Dude, Reg. It's gonna be a rough show, man. You know, but we're gonna get through it. Yeah, like it was like that's why we have Icon. You know, like so DC absorbed Milestone. DC also absorbed Wildstorm and Image. Marvel just is like this has been this. Marvel has taken like Marvel's absorbed some stuff too, But like it's an interesting world out there, man.
No, I agree.
And there's plenty of good stuff out there.
No, there's no doubt about that. Do you wanna talk about a couple before we set the table and stuff, or what? Or are you just gonna leave them dangling like that?
Oh man, I will dangle fruit. To all our listeners and to you, hey, so Regular Scott, did you ever read Nemesis?
No, I haven't. I don't have that one on my collection.
Holy crap, dude! Listen to me, dude. Mark, and we should try and get him on the show. Is it Millar? Is it Miller?
Mark Millar?
Mark Millar. Mark Miller.
Why are you coming at this guy? Shots fired.
Oh, no. Just shots fired at his last name. Shots not fired at his talent. But I will say this, shots fired at your silly last splash page of the Eminem-ish looking guy for flicking the little finger at Wanted. You had a great story, and then you just blew it at the last end, But I'm going to tell you, man, dude, when he did Nemesis, there was like rumor that Nemesis was going to be made into a movie. They got the script rights, everything. That story, basically, spoiler alert, is this. It's like, imagine a tragic billionaire with a lot of resources, faithful butler, all that stuff, but he's a bad guy. And what he does is instead of having his rogue gallery of bad guys, he goes after the world's greatest detectives and totally like ruins their lives. He does some Jokerish stuff on them that's just terrible, man. What he did to this one to Japan's greatest detective was brutal. Then he went to the States, and it was sick. It was terrible. And the kicker is he wears all white, and he's got all the gadgets like Batman, except for he's horrible. I don't know why he made that character. I just would love to figure out if he's going to do a part 2 or what's going on with that guy. It's awesome. You should read it. You would get a kick out of it, man.
All right, well, I might have to borrow that from you. Speaking of borrowing, did you read the history of professional wrestling?
No, pardon me. Listen, man, I don't want to start off with the show on bad vibes like sometimes it happens. What do you expect? You asked me to read it, and what do you think I did today?
I'm hoping you read it.
No, I did not read it at all. I didn't have the time. Yeah, that's the point. So, yeah. But, I did do my other piece of homework that you asked.
What's that?
I listened to a pretty amazing podcast, too.
Right, but that has nothing to do with what I just asked you.
I know, dude. I did half the homework you
okay,
asked.
so
can I get a 50 on that?
So when are you going to read that?
I'm gonna fix me. I'm gonna probably fix me a nice sized pancake, a little bit of strawberry jam,
What is going
some maple syrup on it. Hey, easy. A little strawberry jam, a little maple syrup on, a little butter on there too. Then I'm gonna sit down with a nice piping hot cup of coffee, and I'm gonna sit down and read that book. I'm gonna read it tomorrow, dude.
All right, great. All right, well, after you done made breakfast, I might as well set the table. This is Take a Knee for Marvel vs. DC. I am your host, Regular Scott. I am here with the now chef comic connoisseur, the mighty Ozzy Killmonger. Oz, what's going on?
What is up, good people? Hey, yo, Regular Scott, you know I'm a good chef too, right?
I know you can cook for real. And you can find us on Twitter at Knee4Marvel vs. DC. That's the number 4. You can email us at Knee4Marvel vs. DC at GoToFiLife.com. So before we continue on and keep going, and I got a couple news tidbits. I want to give a shout out to the Superhero Speak podcast.
Please, dude.
I was a guest on there. We had JD on last week. In case you missed that one, it was a really fun show. And I guess they pretty much returned the favor, and I had a lot of fun on their show. We we just chopped it up about a bunch of news, Marvel, DC. We talked some non-Marvel DC, Black Adam, The Rock. It was a really, really good conversation. I realized that I need to up my nerd card, and I need to read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yeah, dude, for real, man.
Have you read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
Yes, dude, and here's the thing. I don't even consider them cats like competition because those guys are on a far amazing plane, and I was forced now to, after the conversation with JD that we had, and then after listening to the podcast with those guys, now I'm just like, oh God, I have to start listening to more of their podcasts. It was great. I loved your interaction. But dude, man, look, Regular Scott, I'm not trying to people make the guy pick on you, but come on, man. You don't ever leave home without your towel, man.
Again, I'm sure they'll probably get that. I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't need a towel anywhere but the bathroom and the beach and the pool.
Well, let me help you out with something, okay? Just 2 things in life you need to realize. 1, don't panic, and 2, 42. Now, I'm going to help you out with that. Don't panic. It comes from the book where what's the line where I think it said, "You expect me not to panic," and the reason is throughout everything you don't need to panic. And 42, there's a supercomputer that's been around for eons and eons and eons. It has calculated everything. And its sole mission in life was to figure out the secret to life. What is the meaning to life? What does it all mean? Why are galaxies here? Why are we here? Why is there a footprint in the sand and then it washes away? What does that mean for our lives? That computer was just sent for the one algorithm, one calculation to do that. And after eons, it emerged, came and said, I have the answer you've been waiting for. And everybody was like, oh, thank God. Now we will know how to fix our lives. Now we will know how to press on. Now we will know what to do because we now know the secret and the meaning to life. And the computer said, the secret and the meaning to life is 42. Now, so that being said, you can figure out 42. I'm just saying, this secret meaning in life could have been 44, with, Obama being president. That was kind of crazy. But, anyway, so.
All right. Cool.
Was that a nerd rant?
I don't know. I went and changed my oil. And I went and got I went to Krispy Kreme and got some donuts.
Dang, Krispy Kreme. Hey, oh man. Hey, can I give a local shout out? Is that okay?
What? Are they paying us?
No, but dude, if it means I can get some donuts, Regular Scott, man, I went to Sugar Shack. Dude, they have a cake donut like Dunkin' Donuts, a cake donut. That was the best cake donut I've ever had in my life.
Wow, might be the first time we've ever talked about donuts on the show.
It was like Sugar Shack. You could be like, hey, that's a
what?
Donut,
no,
that's a lot.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
You love Sugar Shack?
I don't love Sugar Shack. There's a Krispy Kreme up the road from me. So.
Dude, I'm going to say this. I will give you a Sugar Shack cake donut challenge, man. I'm going to buy you a cake donut from Sugar Shack and give you another one from the other place. And you're going to be like, whoa, that donut, oh, it was awesome, man. It was so good. Anyway, I know it's not take a knee for donuts, but that donut was
take
awesome.
Take a knee for Krispy Kreme versus Sugar Shack.
Well. Actually,
Here we go.
It should be Dunkin' Donuts versus Sugar Shack, and I'm gonna tell you, my money is on Sugar Shack for that cake donut. Now, Krispy Kreme. Now,
Oh
they
my God.
their donut. Now, let me say, they know they have a very good competitive cake donut. I will say that. Yeah.
I cannot believe this is happening.
But the Sugar Shack one I was pleasantly surprised. Shout out to your local donut place, dude.
I can't believe this is happening.
Well, it has to. You and JD slaughtered me. Like, oh man, like Sergeant slaughtered me on the last show. Dude.
That was good.
It was a wrestling fest.
That was good.
Thank
I
you, man.
I like
appreciate
that. I like that little. That was a nice little.
Yeah, it was a wrestling fest, man. And I could not see your faces, but I could just see, like, it felt like I could feel like this kindred spirit and this smile, and I was just going, okay, well, yeah. It was, as I said, it was literally Batman going, when Superman disappears and him going, huh. Well, that's what that feels like.
All right. Well, I'm glad you brought that back full circle. So the main point of that was check out Superhero Speak podcast. They're a really great group of guys. They put on a really good show, keep you very informed, a lot of different
awesome,
perspectives. I know Oz started talking about donuts, but the main thing we wanted to get across was Superhero Speak. And we appreciate the
and
shout
those
out.
guys, hey, man, from JD to the rest of those guys they're smart, dude. They're smart and they know their business. And just them, the whole topic on Black Adam, Red Sonja, it was cool. It was awesome. It was real good. It was they're worth a listen to for sure.
Definitely. And next week, we kind of the topic today of the non-Marvel and DC comic book and movies and comics themselves. We kind of got that because we've been watching The Boys, and next week we're going to do a nice spoiler-filled talk about The Boys, so you got that much time to go and get your fix in, because if not, it'll be spoiler alerts everywhere.
For real.
But the idea for The Boys actually came from the Five Life family member. Now, I am gonna dangle that little worm out there and see if I can get somebody to bite. I'm gonna throw that cast, see if I can get somebody to bite. And we are gonna have a special guest from the Defy Life family on next week to discuss The Boys in depth. This guy's very excited. He has been on the show before. So this is gonna be a lot of fun.
Now, and also speaking of our other Defy Life family members, man, dude, I was on Mig's, and Mig's always posts like interesting, cool stuff. So I'm on his IG, and man, he does a review of the anime Blade, man, which is like, I was like, oh, dude, that's kind of cool, man, So and he also brings up a good point, man. Hey yo, man. Yeah, Wesley. I know they ain't asked, but Wesley's passing the torch. You got to do a good job, bro. Like Nick says.
What does that have to do with? What does that have to do with the anime?
Well, because he mentions it in his IG, and I'm gonna say, like Nick said, dude. Yo, what's the cat's name? What's his name? Who's going to play Blade?
Mahershala Ali.
Mahershala. Yeah, man. Like Nick said,
Cottonmouth.
Yo, man. I hope you do your thing, dude.
Cottonmouth.
Yeah. Hey. No. Battle Angel, right?
Oh yeah, he was an Alita, wasn't he?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, he was an Alita. I forgot about that.
Yeah, that left a little bad taste in some people's mouth too, man.
Well, that's what happens.
I know, man.
So I got a couple news tidbits. Black Lightning has been confirmed to be in the Crisis of Infinite Earths crossover. So he will be interacting with the other Arrowverse shows.
Jeez. Wow. Wow.
So that means Black Lightning is going to interact with the Guardian.
And
Iris West. Shout out to Iris West.
Oh my God! If only they could put Mirror's wig in there, it would be awesome.
So we have that to look forward to with Crisis.
Well, I do. And here, I'm going to tell you something that's been torturous. My wee little kid, he has been like into the Flash, so I've been watching it with him, And it's just like the latest season 5 is coming up, but season 4 we watched that, and then he started watching Legends of Tomorrow. And he's like, yeah, I watched it a little bit, Dad. And I was like, okay, that's cool. And so we started watching a little bit, and he watched the first one. He was like, yeah, I don't think I want to watch this.
Well, you can't start something and not finish it. That's
what
you're not allowed to do. You're not allowed to do that.
Well, he did, but I love him because he was just like, yeah, no, this is not that good.
I bet you if you let him watch Arrow, he would have enjoyed that.
Well, he asked, and I was like, I don't think Arrow's appropriate for you to watch, dude. What do you think? What do you think? It's tough, right?
Yeah, Arrow's a tough one. It is like, especially the first couple seasons, like those are pretty.
Scott, the first 2 seasons are tough, dude.
Yeah. Maybe he does need a couple more years on him, but you don't need to baby him. Let him grow up quick.
Well, wait, let's keep it real, dude. Let me say, Barry Allen in prison is much different from Arrow being in prison. Okay?
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, I think Barry Allen got the freaking G-rated version of prison. He got the 80s sitcom version of prison, where I think Arrow is doing some this is Oz superhero style, So yeah, I don't think he's ready for that quite yet. So
well, you never know. You never know unless you give him a shot. That's what I always say.
Yeah, traumatize them young so they can go to therapy young. That's what I
Dude, exactly.
Yeah, man. It just you know what? Some things make sense.
It just does make sense. I mean, it's just the perfect match.
Yeah, and I will say this: after Sam finishes Arrow, his next words will be, "Yeah," and that was when my parents didn't allow me to have any electronics until I was 21. So.
Well, look, if he does start watching Arrow, whenever he does, just tell him don't watch season 4.
Yeah.
Like, everything else is bearable. There's some bad seasons, but just don't watch season 4 or you're just not going to come back. And you're going to miss a really good season 5.
And then I'll also just be like, whatever you do, don't watch Supergirl or Black Lightning.
But watch the crossovers.
Yeah, the only reason I say I put on Legends of Tomorrow is because I wanted to do a crossover. Now, I will say this, though, Regular Scott. They did an awesome Justice Society of America episode.
With Our Man?
Dude, they did not have Iron Man, but they had Commander Steel, Stargirl, they had Vixen.
They did have Our Man, didn't they? Isn't he the one who told them about it?
Well, no, I didn't see Iron Man in this. I should probably finish the rest of the 20 minutes. And then they also had freaking a black Dr. Midnight.
You like that? You appreciate that?
Well, it was interesting because I would love to see their spin, because obviously it's a different timeline, different universe, so it could be anything. But for the basement nerds get out and start getting tiki torches or whatever. But it was cool. They showed the powers, like Commander Steel, Captain American version, was just like, hey, spoiler alert, it was like Obsidian, make it dark. Obsidian used his powers. And then Dr. Midnight was actually had perfect vision that night. I was like, wow, it was kind of cool. It was very nerdish, It was very nice.
Just so you know, we will be doing a full Arrow final season review, so you better watch that, or you're just going to be left in the dust again.
Is this some kind of joke?
No, and if not, and if you're not going to watch it, I will call in backup.
Who? Steph Blurdy? Who? What are we talking about?
I do have an email from Steph Blurdy that we will get to.
Whoa. Okay. All right.
What do you think about that? Does that get you? Are you excited about that?
Dude, between Superhero Speaks, Steph Blurdy, and and watching a little bit of that Justice Society of America, it was cool. It was cool. It's been a good day today.
All right. So they considered this is another rumor that's they've talked about. They considered changing the Hulk's color to him becoming the Red Hulk after the snap.
Why?
I don't know, Oz.
No. Wait, I'm serious. Why?
I don't know. Probably just
Just to make people buy that DVD and spend more money and say, "Oh my God, look at this movie! Look at this collection of moments."
Well, they could. Well, now they can save him for another movie.
Here's another moment.
Now they can save him for another movie.
Man, it's so silly, dude. Stop trying to pimp people and just like take people's money, you know?
All right.
And I'm not trying to get on a rant, dude.
You are. No, you are. It's okay. I know you didn't get a lot out last week, so you've been revving up for this week.
Oh man,
I'm surprised you
dude,
didn't try to take over the show.
Man, people, dude, you might as well start training to go to Mars right now, because this is rant time. No, but I'm just saying, man, I'm over. You know what? Where's the authentic stuff, dude? Where's the simple stuff that's just like, I ain't trying to pimp you for your money. I want to give you a good story, dude.
Oh,
you know?
Yeah, I hear you. Marvel has said the Winter Soldier and Falcon and Winter Soldier TV show will revolve around the government not wanting Sam Wilson to be Captain America.
Uh-oh.
What are your thoughts on that?
What does that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean? How far do you think they'll take this?
Oh, I'm going to tell you exactly what they're going to do. right here, right now. They'll do some weird thing where they'll be like, "Oh, Sam, you know, you got sanctioned by Captain America, but you didn't get our blessing." So they've been working on one of the storylines. Hear me out, regular Scott. One of the storylines that they'll put in there is that the quote unquote government has been working on a super soldier serum, trying to make a Captain America. Because remember that whole run during the 90s and like late 80s, early 90s, where they had like a bunch of different people being Captain America because Steve Rogers wasn't allowed to be quote unquote Captain America. So they had like U.S. agent and all these people. So they're going to have a U.S. agent who's going to be in there too, who's a quote unquote not up to par Captain America. And part of the thing is he's going to be like, "I want that shield." And Sam's going to be like, "You ain't getting this shield." I do question and wonder if at some point they're going to give Sam a booster, exoskeleton, or something to kind of amp up his abilities, you know. But it's going to be him and Winter Soldier, like Starsky and Hutch, good cop, bad cop, Mel Gibson, Danny Glover style, like fighting the bad guys, you know, and the bad guys being the government, while they're fighting crime too.
So that's your prediction for this.
Yeah, and I bet you we see U.S. agent in there too.
See, I've been saying that I don't know if we're going to get any super powered people in this show. I feel like this is going to be a much more grounded type show.
Well, here, think about this. So if they say the government doesn't want Sam to be it, they must have an idea of who they want to be it.
Okay. Touche. Do Sam Wilson and Bucky Barnes both make it out of this TV show alive?
Well, Bucky feels so tired, dude. He feels like all he wanted to do was just be at Wakanda, chilling with the herdsmen, dude.
And now Steve done told him to go babysit Sam Wilson.
Man, well, Steve was just like, yo, man, yeah, we need somebody with some superpower. I'm old, Bucky. We need somebody with some superpowers to help this cat out, dude.
Bucky was like, dude, you got old on your own. I ain't have nothing to do with that.
Yeah, Bucky's like, yo, Steve, you went out and had a life, bro.
Yeah, like, what about me?
And also, Bucky's also like, hey, while you were hooking up with your girl and having this beautiful life and everything, I don't know if you had a kid or anything, you didn't want to go to Russia and like get me out.
You're right.
You know?
You're right. You did have the time stone. Like, you could have just went. You know it's not going to mess nothing up at the present, so you couldn't just like gave me a better timeline, branched me off one.
Steve, I ain't trying to interrupt your honeymoon, but you know I'm going to kill Tony Stark's parents, right?
Right. So you don't want to do it because and then you know what? Think about that. He killed Tony Stark's parents. Tony Stark probably doesn't become Iron Man, so that means all these problems that started because of Tony Stark don't happen.
Dude, do you want to do the ultimate I am Iron Man finger snap Infinity Gauntlet? Let Steve Rogers go back in time, get Bucky in Russia before all this happens, and there is none of this other stuff happens.
None of it happens. We don't get any of it.
Nothing happens. Bucky is Steve's best man. Peggy's got her girlfriend that works in the Secret Service, who's like ain't never dated anybody, who hangs out at the picnic and meets old Bucky, and they have a great life. Come on, man, give me a break.
So now you mad at Steve Rogers because he didn't go change? How do you know he didn't branch off a life of Bucky?
Dude, I'm praying because I know how Steve operates. I know Steve. He's my boy, dude. I know him.
Now he your boy after you just trashed him for like 10 minutes.
Well, you can trash your boy. We're semi-tight. Look. He helped me out. He helped me out in Wakanda one time.
He helped you out in Wakanda?
Steve. Well, I'm just saying, dude. Thank you, Steve. You know, look, dude. I'm praying that this cat said when he went back in time was like, "Oh, fuck that! I'm going to go get Bucky out of Russia, take care of all this." I'm praying that happened. You know, it just makes sense that happened.
Yeah, he probably did.
And can I also? I feel like I want to show some proof that I do have proof that happened.
How would you do that?
By this, in Endgame, when Bucky is talking to Sam, and he goes, "Hey, look over there." I'm ad-libbing a little bit. He goes, "Hey, look over there," and it's that old guy sitting on the bench with the shield in the leather bag and everything. Bucky knew what Steve did because Steve saved him.
Yeah, but it can't be true because that Bucky wouldn't know that. It would have to be a different timeline.
I know, man.
Okay. Sorry to put a damper on your idea, but it just creates another hole in Endgame.
It will do. It just, man. Yo, I'm telling you, Endgame. Josh Whedon. That cat does time travel like the Legends of Tomorrow does time travel.
Well, I'm sure nobody's going for the time travel logic.
Dude, it is like, man, Vulcans would lose their mind.
Well, I got beat up by the Nerd Cantina about Endgame, about the time travel aspect, so I know all about it.
Well, dude, I mean, look, man, you didn't have me at hello when I saw the Hulk in the cast. I was like, I'm out. You know, but hey, I ain't gonna try and play that role. I was tearing up and crying the whole time during the Endgame too.
So, I'm gonna come up with a new segment here on the spot. I haven't even told you about it. You ready for it?
Hey, I'm gonna come up with a new segment called On the Spot, and I'm gonna put you on the spot. Cool?
You ready for it?
What you mean, dude?
Great. It's going to be called Regular Scott Has a Question.
Oh, God. Hey, and this is going to be called Uncle Oz Probably Doesn't Have a Reply.
All right. So this is a brand new segment. Let's see how it goes. First time run, live, baby.
Wait, hold on. I just want to say this again, just so that we both can like really, just so that you can hear this again. Hey, I'm going to come up with a new segment called On the Spot, and I'm going to put you on the spot. Are you cool with that?
Oh, it's not called On the Spot, but I get your point.
Well, check it out. Well, how about this? No, you know what? I ain't cool with it.
All right.
Okay, let's read the email. I ain't cool with it. Let's go. Let's move on.
All right. Well, we're still going to play. So my question is, if Batman and the Bat family were Marvel heroes, who would be his Marvel villains? Now, I do have an answer. If you'd like me to,
I'd like to hear your answer first.
So, it might be a little bit of a cop out, but I went with the Hand.
Why?
I like somebody in charge of the Hand wanting Bruce Wayne because of how determined and how much of a leader he is, with his group. I like somebody wanting him to take over as the heir and be willing to do anything to get them as an heir. And I think that would kind of be the storyline with the Hand and Batman if they were a Marvel villain.
Yeah, that might be it. It's a little raw al Ghul. So
well, no, that's why I said it might be a little bit of a cop out.
But if you want to take it that way, you got to take it. You got to put the other aspect of it too. They want him as the perfect person, like they did Elektra, but also they want his resources, like they did Iron Fist with Rand Corporation, where they could spread their influence through the corporation. That's why they also want him too.
See, you're just making my point for me. But yes, absolutely.
Yeah, the Hand is good. Dude, I don't know. It's a one shot and you're done deal. But I was kind of thinking like the Kingpin too.
Kingpin would be good.
And also, unfortunately, his if not the Bat family's natural enemies is going to probably be the Punisher.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree.
Yeah.
No, I do know. I do know. All right. That wasn't bad.
It was okay. It was good. It was good. It was a thinker. I like a thinker. It was good.
Yeah, good. All right, we got an email. Steph Blurdy's back. He sent us one.
He was missed.
Uncle Oz, I'd rather you do a show about 80s cartoons again than do an entire 2 hours on wrestling. By the way, still not disappointed in Star Trek Deep Space Nine yet.
Man, Steph Blurdy, listen to me. You keep on doing your thing, dude.
Hey, that's okay, Steph Blurdy. You ain't got to worry. JD's definitely coming back on because once the G1's over, you know what? We might just have him back on, just because we've definitely got some things to talk about here soon with the G1 coming to an end and AEW's new show coming out. So don't be surprised if you hear some more wrestling talk.
Hey, Steph Blurdy, I just out of courtesy to our guests, who I was very honored to have, because JD is just a powerhouse intellectual. And just like doing stuff. I looked up, since I wasn't saying anything, I looked up all that G1, G-Force, G-Spot, whatever you want to say. I looked up all that wrestling stuff. Dude, the only thing I have to say about that, I cannot take back what I looked up. I could have been looking up some cool, nerdish comic book stuff. I had to look up the wrestling. Nope. Here it is, Steph Blurdy. Yeah, 2.5 hours it was. You know what? You keep watching Deep Space Nine, man. And I would love to hear back from you here's some stuff for you, Steph Blurdy. Who are some of your least favorite characters and who are some of your favorite characters from Star Trek? All right, thank you. All
right, I'm glad you had
and Ray Scott, I'm only hoping this isn't the end of the email. I hope he has some more comments about you.
Oh, he does. He's got a lot for me. Regular Scott.
Oh, this is great.
Yeah, Regular Scott. I'd rather watch 100 episodes of Pennyworth than a movie about Dick Grayson. Yes, when I say Pennyworth, I am talking about the Alfred Pennyworth origin series. The reason why is because I watch shows/movies about heroes, not sidekicks. Once a sidekick, always a sidekick.
Ooh.
Lastly, actually, before we get to that, first of all, Steph Blurry, let me talk to you about a couple things. Dick Grayson is no longer a sidekick. He's proven, he's his own man. He has his own sidekick at one point. As far as a sidekick always being a sidekick, that's not true. Look at Sam Wilson. Sam Wilson's no longer a sidekick. You're going to watch the Sam Wilson TV. You're going to watch the Sam Wilson TV show. You're going to watch it. Let's keep it 100.
That is very true. I would agree with you on that one, but just to piggyback a little bit off of what Steph.
Nobody wants you to piggyback off of this.
No. You're probably right, but just for the sake of argument, so has there ever been an animated show where Nightwing did not get his ass kicked?
Judas Contract. And to be honest, he doesn't lose too many fights in Young Justice.
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay, yeah. Okay. Just checking.
All right. I mean, if it's a Batman movie, then yes, normally only Batman is going to win because it's a Batman movie. He's not. He's not an unselfish character.
How are a bunch of owl people gonna?
You've really been fixated on the Court of Owls here lately, huh?
You're the world's greatest acrobat. And then how are you gonna let a 9-year-old leave you and your suit slashed and bloodied? But you tied him up because you got him.
But you don't. But that's because he doesn't want to hurt a kid, and you're not talking about that one. And then you ain't talking about the one where he pulled his cape over his head in the cave and started pummeling him till Bruce had to come and separate him. You ain't gonna talk about that one either.
Okay.
So that's two against. That's two against one.
Wait, Regular Scott, hold on. I didn't want to talk about it because why would I want to talk about an adult pummeling a 9-year-old kid?
Because you keep bringing up the 9-year-old kid cutting up the adult, so he's defending himself, and you don't want to talk about him defending himself.
Either way, he needs to take an L, dude. He either is getting beat up by a 9-year-old or being beaten by a 9-year-old. Okay.
It's the same thing. You said being beaten or being beat up. It's the same thing.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm pulling a technicality. I'm mad.
It's fine, dude. I'm just okay. I'll correct it. What a loser to get beaten up by a 9-year-old or to beat up a 9-year-old. Is that better? Does that make it a little better?
So is Deathstroke a loser?
Oh, yeah.
No, he's not, dude. No, he's not. Come on, man.
Dude, man.
Is Batman a loser?
No.
But okay. So a father can beat up his son, is what you're saying.
Except for when he's on the rooftop doing the nasty with Batgirl. I can't abide by that.
But you're okay with him beating up his 9-year-old son?
Tough love is still love, dude. People discipline in different ways, man.
Okay. All right. Touche. Lastly,
hey. From what I hear, spare the battering, spoil the child.
Right. Lastly, I was wondering if either of you have watched The Boys on Amazon Prime. It's basically a show about a corporate Justice League where most of the members are evil. I think you guys will like it. It's like Brightburn, but in TV form. As far as that goes, we talked about that earlier. So we've gotten, a couple people emailed about it. And one of the 5 Live members asked about it. So I also heard, Nerd Cantina, shout out to those guys as well. Or they gave a quick little non-spoiler review of some of the episodes. I know they're giving a big one out next week as well. So it seems like The Boys will be a hot topic next week. But
it is. It's been a long time coming. And Steph Flirty if you get a chance to read the comics, they're kind of filthy, and it's a lot of British humor in it. But if you read the comics, man, you'll get a different. It's just the Justice League and the Avengers if they were just bad people.
Well, no, it's definitely the Justice League. I mean, the Deep. Come on, dude. It's obviously like they're clearly the Justice League.
Oh well, no, true, but in the comic too, like it's like it's a mashup of all these famous like superhero.
Because from the show, they're 100% a Justice League like parody.
Oh, from the show, they are for sure mimicking Justice League. Everything.
I just want to say
Black
Noir. Yeah, right. I just want to say that Homelander is I got one more episode to finish, and then but Homelander is slowly becoming one of my favorite characters on TV.
It'd be interesting to figure out what his true weakness is.
Hey! I just said I haven't finished the show yet.
And also, we also know this is not. It's a spoiler alert, but it's also
no.
Wait, hold on, calm down. But like Superman can't see through lead, Homelander has he can't see through a certain element too. So
yeah, but
it's
why are you saying that when that is a spoiler? Like that gives away something at the beginning of the season.
Well, dude, it is like a little
No spoilers.
It gives like nothing.
Yeah, it doesn't.
But the comic is kind of crazy and raunchy and. It's going to be a good discussion next weekend.
Yeah, if you're on it, I might not call you.
That's cool. I might go ahead and just like circumvent you and just do one.
With who? You don't even know how to record it.
Oh man, I'm gonna get Steph Blurry on this one, dude. I'm getting the entire Black Mass crew.
All 12 of them.
All 12 of them. So
V's.
Yeah. Shout out to V's, man. Shout out to Black Mass, dude.
Shout
out to Swab the Thinker.
All right, so do you want to do One's Gotta Go now, or do you want to do One's Gotta Go after the break?
Let's do One's Gotta Go after the break.
Okay, so we'll do One's Gotta Go now. So here you're.
Let's do One's Gotta Go after the break.
All right, so One's Gotta Go.
Okay, so we're gonna do why don't you go ahead and plug our show so we can go ahead and plug our show, and let's go ahead and do a commercial break, and we'll come back and do One's Gotta Go.
All right, so One's Gotta Go. One of these four spies has got to go.
So anyway, you can find us on iHeartRadio, Speaker, iTunes. Follow us on. Go to firelife.com. Hey, you like that, right?
Keep going. You can't just name three of them.
Oh man. Hey,
yeah, it's a little bit harder.
Wherever you find your podcast or search, you will find us.
What about you? Plug the Twitter and the email.
You can also find us on literally Take a Knee for Marvel vs. DC on our Twitter.
That is not correct. Give them our handle.
Scott will give us you our better Twitter and also our IG, and also feel free to reach out to regular Scott and to myself on my Twitter account, which has been it might have been hacked, so I'm just trying to get it back up to steam again. So I should have my Twitter fully functioning again for everybody by next week's show. Looking very excited about it. Thank you very much. Okay.
This show has gone off the rails.
Dude, you and JD literally talked about
what does that have to do with this show?
Dude, hey, I told you, man. If I said, "Hey, I'm taking the show over," you said, "No, you're not." And I was like, okay, okay.
All right, we'll be right back.
Welcome to the Anything, Everything, and Nothing podcast with Lynn and Kim. Join us as we discuss the latest in everything from entertainment and current events to the craziness that is our real life.
Let's laugh, let's live, let's talk about it. New episode every Tuesday on the Defy Life Podcast Network. And remember, if you're not defying life, then what are you doing? Lynn and Kim.
And we are back. Make sure you are definitely checking out Lynn and Kim, the Battleground reigning champions, by the way. Shout out to Lynn and Kim.
I know, dude.
You should know because you got beat.
Yo, obviously, man, we your trick questions, dude.
Shout out David Zimbabwe.
Shout out to Buffalo Batwing.
What?
What?
Buffalo Batwing? Come on, man. Why are you coming at David Zimbabwe?
Dude, why David Zimbabwe coming to me like that?
I think that was like a 3 question too.
He know his name is Luke Fox, dude. It was them aliases, man. Come on, dude.
Stop it. All right. One's got to go. Secret Spy Edition. Jason Bourne, James Bond, John Wick, Ethan Hunt.
Man, we've been talking about John Wick a lot lately, dude.
He's a bad man.
I'm gonna tell you like this. Well, I don't know, man. See, that's really tough because if I would easily say Ethan Hunt just because Tom Cruise, whatever, right? Take out that whole thing. But if you really do that, you're taking out the Mission Impossible from the 70s, and that whole spy game is the reason why all these other movies exist, kind of like, tell you the truth.
I know. That put you in a tough spot on purpose.
You know, so wait, you said Jason Bourne, Ethan Hunt, John Wick, and who else?
James Bond.
You cannot, Sir Ian Fleming, you can't take that dude. You can't take that guy out, man. Because without him, you literally...
Where's all that ranting now?
Man, you know, you don't play fair, and I hope Steph Flirty has something to say about this.
Come on, man.
All right. Okay, here. Let's break. I'm gonna figure out my answer by just breaking it down. I don't want to take out James Bond because he's the originator of all the spy games with all the books and everything. I don't want to take out Ethan because of the TV show Spy Game and just, okay, I'm over it. I'm taking out Ethan.
Wow. Okay. Why Ethan?
Yeah, because I thought about it. Even if we never had the Mission Impossible, Spy Mission Impossible, and you know, there's three entities of Mission Impossible. There was the 70s TV show. There was that short-lived, like, 80s TV show, and then there's the movie franchise. So, but even with those three, I'm like, all right, we don't have it. We lose this tape will self-destruct, whatever. John Wick is a new category of I don't know. He's the heir apparent to John Woo and the stylized violence, and just kind of keeping Keanu relevant, and it's awesome. And James Bond is just great. And I know people are going to be like, "Well, we should take out James Bond. One's got to go after there's a black woman who's James Bond." But you got to keep James Bond. And my Lord, Jason Bourne, dude. I cannot get rid of Jason Bourne because it really proved to the world that Matt Damon is like, dang, that dude can be an action star if he wanted to.
So you're getting rid of the Mission Impossible franchise?
I am.
Okay. Fair enough.
And I will say this too. I always got bummed out there was some really weird thing that happened, and I still don't understand the genesis of it. Where Ving Rhames, dude, when did he start becoming not an action star? I always saw him as this action figure, like a Terry Crews type of dude, and then he just became like this weird, like,
is Terry Crews an action star?
Terry Crews is an action dude to me.
Is he an action star because he did the Expendables?
Well,
and White Chicks?
Well,
he's an act. Come on, man. Terry Crews is awesome. He's not an action star.
I feel Terry Crews has potential to be a really good action star if he's in the right shit.
Yeah, so if he's selling Old Spice.
Oh man, you're a hater, dude. Let me revamp and revise on that. So, Terry Crews he just needs the right vehicle because I think he's got a lot of like potential and range and everything.
Okay. All right.
You know.
Yep. Got it.
I'd love to see what needs to happen is they need to have a new posse. There needs to be a new black Western film that's made.
All right.
You know.
We got Django.
Yeah, Django was good, and then people were like, the Magnificent Seven is fine too, but yeah.
And
anyway,
the Hateful Eight.
But you know what I mean. There was Rosewood where Ving Rhames was like kind of like actiony. You know, I just always saw him as an action star, dude. I don't know why he is this thing in Mission Impossible. So
he's fine. He does his thing.
I know, but I wish I could see him in more like.
So this whole thing with Mission Impossible has deeper roots.
It does. It's got deep because there's a lot of hatred involved, man. Because not hatred, just like, man, I don't like seeing Tom Cruise. I'm tired of seeing him as an action star. From Jack Reacher to this, I'm over it.
The first Jack Reacher was pretty good.
It's fine, but dude, Ridley Scott, he totally destroyed the idea of the Mummy and that whole franchise they were trying to do.
All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and shock the world on this one, and
John Wick.
No, I'm not that crazy. I love to play a good little devil's advocate, but I'm not that crazy.
You're gonna say Jason Bourne.
Jason Bourne's gone.
Why?
I'm not getting rid of Ethan Hunt. I don't hate Tom Cruise like everybody else does. Especially, I mean, as an actor, he's fine. He does exactly what he's asked to do, and his Mission Impossible movies are really good, man. 1, 2, and like the last 3 have been really good.
Yeah, I'm over that cat, man.
Yeah, I'm not. Matt Damon's not particularly my favorite either. So
the one good thing that happened was Marvel did not consider him and try and do him as Iron Man.
No, Marvel did consider doing him as Iron Man.
Oh, I know. I said the one good thing. I know. I said the one good thing is they didn't do that.
Well, you said they didn't consider him, but that's a technicality. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. So Jason,
you're a technicality,
right? Jason Bourne's gone. So that's how I feel about that. There's like Bond's not.
Why is he gone?
Well, I just told you why. To me, he is the least significant of the 4. His movies being gone would have the least amount of impact in history. Think about how impactful that Mission Impossible scene is of him dropping down like that. Like how iconic that is.
Oh God, yeah, fine, but I mean,
okay. Now name a scene from the Bourne trilogy, and you could even throw Hawkeye's movie in there. Name me an iconic scene from that.
Oh, well, I'll tell you this. It's similar to that when he's coming down off the staircase and using that body coming down the staircase to soften his blow. Iconic scene for me was that. And then him in the fight scene.
I'm talking on that scale though. Like what scene of the Bourne trilogy is replayed over and over again when they show highlight montages and stuff?
Well, see, that's the thing. You remember the whole movie from the Bourne thing. You just remember that silliness of this dude suspended in air, like on the keyboard.
No, I'm just pointing that out as the iconic moment because it's replayed when they do montages.
Even tell you what that storyline was about from Mission Impossible 1. I just knew that this dude had to be on a computer to type on some stuff and couldn't drop.
Well, look, you've already admitted that you just aren't happy with it because you're not you don't like what they did with Ving Rhames because you feel like he should have been the guy and he wasn't the guy.
Well, and also Tom Cruise is. I'm so over that cat, dude.
Well, I'm over Matt Damon, so there you go. All right, so you pick.
It's touche.
All right, so you pick Mission, I pick Jason. Who do you think will win in a fight?
Between Ethan and Jason?
Yeah.
Jason with all of his faculties and his and no memory loss, he'd kill Ethan. He'd crush him.
Jason and John Wick.
John Wick would kill him.
John Wick and Bond.
John Wick, dude.
John Wick and Atomic Blonde.
Please, dude. No. Atomic Blonde and Ethan.
Atomic might pull that one off.
Atomic Blonde and Jason.
No, Jason's Ethan. Jason would take her out.
Dude, do you remember that? There's that scene where this dude got shot in his belly. He's fighting this guy in the subway, and the guy reaches for the gunshot wound, and he squeezes it. And you hear Ethan. I'm sorry, not Ethan. You hear Matt Damon's character. You hear Jason like scream, and you're like, oh my god. Yeah, that kind of. I think about that, and that turns my stomach still.
All right. All right. Great. It's awesome, but one's got to go. We sent 2 packing. So, all right, let's get into our main topic, man. We spent an hour talking about nothing. We talked about donuts and
man, Sugar Shack.
Here we go again. Steph Blurdy sent an email, and we ain't even talked about the non-comic books at all.
No, but I got to tell you, man, I'm a little happy, dude. Because Steph was like, yo, man, Star Trek, man, I don't see why these people dress up and have these conventions, man. And now he's just like, okay, Deep Space Nine, I get it. You know?
Nah, he just being nice because he didn't enjoy the wrestling talk.
Hey. And they don't all got to be gyms, but I made it a point to watch. Like, sometimes I was like, oh, all right, Voyager, I missed the episode, whatever. But I made it a point, man, to watch Deep Space Nine when I was home.
All right. We're definitely not getting into a Star Trek conversation. You are a Trekkie by your lonesome.
I'm going to bring a guest on for Star Trek, and we're just going to nerd fest it up.
Yeah, you let me know when you find a guest. you let me know when that happens.
Oh, dude, this cat got jokes.
Shots fired.
Yeah, shots fired for real, dude.
All right. Can we get into our topic?
Wait. I got a whole slew of guests lined up, dude. I just haven't I just haven't notified them yet.
Oh, okay. But you got a whole bunch of them waiting.
Oh, they're waiting, dude.
Okay, cool. Couple non-Marvel DC ones that I'm a pretty big fan of. Absolution.
You do love that one, dude.
I do enjoy a good Absolution story. It's pretty much about a cop who, well, I guess he's not really a cop. He's a superhero, but he pretty much goes and kills his victims and covers it up in himself. Spoiler alert.
He's like a superhero Dexter.
That's a really good. Well, is he that smart? But that's a really good analogy, though.
Mm-hmm.
He's like a superhero Dexter, and he covers up his own tracks. And they've got these other superheroes who are onto him. His girlfriend is a. You find this all out in the first issue, so anyways, I'm just getting you intrigued in it. I know I just got on Oz for the same thing, but oh well. But it's
but it's okay. It's different when you do it, though.
Right, exactly. As long as we're on the same page. You got the servant, he gets stronger as he uses his faith.
Mm-hmm.
So he's the guy that they all try to stay away from. You got Alpha. Well, Alice, she's really strong. She's like I guess she'd be like the Wonder Woman of the crew.
Mm-hmm.
But more like a She-Hulk type build, I guess you could say. Then you got your White Power, just your regular run-of-the-mill villains and stuff. I got the
Yeah.
issue right in front of me. It's a really good story. It gets you intrigued and stuff, and they do a real good job of kind of building to it. I'm not going to give away what it is, but they do a real good job with the world building as well.
Oh yeah, it's cool.
Irredeemable from Boom Comics is another big one that I've really enjoyed. I'm on volume 2 now. This is a new one I've kind of just gotten into. It's really cool. It's pretty much, think Brightburn, but on a grander scale. A little bit of The Boys mixed in. He's got a lot of Homelander in him, from what I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
Another really good one. What do you know about Irredeemable, Oz?
Well, he was one of the world's greatest superheroes and had a superhero team, and then he just tweaked out and became a villain.
And it's really cool watching all the heroes kind of like, okay, we know he's coming. He knows all of our lairs, all of our secret places. It's a really cool cat and mouse game, like, because you never know when he's going to show up. It's really cool, really well done.
Oh yeah, and it gets better throughout the whole series. It's good. It's pretty good. Yeah, I enjoyed Irredeemable because I just enjoyed how everybody tried to figure out plans on how to actually stop him and how they're willing to like kind of compromise themselves to make this happen.
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed that one. That's another good one. Oz, what else you got for me?
Man, there's one called. So what am I saying? One called. There's Planetary, which is a great, super great read, by the way. Basically, it's a detective novel, but it has superhero powers in it. Jack Frost. There's Wakita Wagner, the drummer. And it's basically these four investigate the mysteries of their planet and their universe. And it's kind of like a spin on DC and Marvel superheroes and like what their powers would probably naturally do to them mentally, physically, and spiritually. It's good. It's a super good read, and it's a finish from one to finish to the end of the series. It doesn't just end. The series has a definitive ending to it, and I've always enjoyed. I always pick it back up and read. Like when I'm reading The Watchmen, I'll wind up reading Planetary too. Another one I've been really reading a lot. It's called Squarriors. And if you can put Game of Thrones plus talking animals, that's exactly what that series is about. It's post-apocalyptic. There are no humans or large mammals alive anymore, at least so far. And what's still alive are sentient, talking, feeling, acting animals. Like the biggest, they're dogs. There are cats. There are squirrels. There's some squirrels, and those kind of animals. And it's a fun, good read. The artist is a woman, and her art is so beautiful. It's amazing, and the storylines are cool. It's great. Those two. I think his first name is Ash, but yeah, Squarriors. That's a great read too. Yeah, I'm always a big fan. Like Mike Mignola, any Hellboy, I'm always a big fan of that because it teaches you a lot about folklore and everything too. But yeah, man, there's plenty more I could talk about. What else you got?
Well, right here in front of me, I got Invincible, Volume 1.
Invincible is also good too. I was hesitant to start that, but then I was like, oh well, shoot, why not? And I used to read Walking Dead, and then I just had to stop because I was like, you guys are going nowhere with this. So
is it bad though that I'm not that impressed with Invincible's artwork?
No, because it's very simple. It's just very linear and simple.
Like, am I spoiled by like Marvel and DC? Well, I guess not even Marvel and DC, because like Irredeemable's got some really good shots in it. Preacher has got some really good shots in it, even though that's an old school comic.
Invincible's art is like you get a feel of it being kind of very cartoony sometimes, and that's okay.
There's one that you've given me before, and I'm trying to remember what it was. It was about the assassin. I think it was called The Killer.
That is correct. The Killer. Tell
me more about The Killer. That's another good one.
The Killer really basically it's 2 volumes. I think it actually originally came out. Maybe the distributor or the writer is French, and it's a good thick book. Hey, do you still have my Killer book? I've been missing that book. Do you still have it? Don't you?
No, that's why I didn't bring it up. I don't have it. I gave it back to you.
Oh, I gotta look at it now. Make sure I have it. So the ones I have of The Killer are. He's a retired assassin, and he's dealing with the consequences of his life and possibly being senile, too.
Oh, he's crazy. He's crazy.
He's deep, though, right?
Yeah, no, he's got a lot going on. He's got a lot of thoughts. It's a really good graphic novel. Artwork's a little fishy in that, too, but it's a good story.
I like the artwork in that stuff, though. It's okay. Fine.
It's fine. That's right. I'll give you that. It's fine.
Yeah, no, man. Oh man, I feel like there's some more that I want to give a shout out to, and which we'll do next week. But yeah,
how about
that's what I got.
What do you mean? What are we going to do next week?
If I can think of some more, I'm gonna give a little shout out because we're going to talk about The Boys, so it's fine.
No, you give your shout out this week. It's all about The Boys next week.
Anyway,
The Mighty.
I didn't like that one so much, man. It felt like they wrote it to be made into a movie
or a TV show.
They I feel like when they did The Mighty, that they did it to be like, okay, well, let's make some money off this, buy the rights. So,
Hellboy, The Right Hand of Doom.
Well, I just said, are you not paying attention? I just said Mike Mignola.
Yeah, but you didn't say The Right Hand of Doom.
It's Hellboy and it's Mike Mignola. Dude, come on, man. You're falling asleep at the wheel.
You brought up Nemesis, but I'm going to mention Wanted.
Wanted, hey, and that last page is just like, oh, God. But other than that, the story's awesome.
You talking about the last page where he does the little Eminem thing?
Eminem, the FU, I'm just like, dude, come on.
Well, maybe he wanted Eminem. Maybe he wanted Eminem in the actual comic. I mean, in the movie.
Yeah.
Even though the movie's nothing like the comic. But.
Oh no, it's zero like the comic.
The Valiant, Bloodshot.
Oh yeah, and like Harbingers and stuff. Yeah, those are good. I don't mind those.
That's all you got for it?
Yep. Wait, you want me to talk about Faith? I have nothing to say about Faith.
You never read Faith?
No.
You should read Faith. I know it's not your normal cup of tea, but you should. Why should
I read Faith?
I just feel like you should give everything a shot, and it's actually a surprisingly good story.
Okay. Hey, I'm gonna say it is DC, but it's so low on the spectrum of DC that it gets no props ever. Zombie, Xombi. That is a great story, dude.
I see that, and I raise you a Shaolin Cowboy.
Shaolin Cowboy's good too, and then I also want to do Grendel, which is good.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, you can't just leave it at that. I thought you were going to give a little summary.
No, dude. I was waiting for you to chime in, but okay, fine.
Like I mentioned, Preacher. What did you think was better, the comic or the show?
The show's good. The comic the comic had my head spinning. It was going off on some crazy tangents and stuff. But the show is trying to do justice to the book, you know. Ass face goes to hell. That was pretty funny.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert, dude.
God,
Sorry.
man. You just be giving away stuff. Like, some people want to watch the shows.
Some people want to be entertained by the show. Okay, I get you.
So, I mean, just some of them. Like, not all of them, but just a couple of them do.
Yeah, like one or... Yeah, right. Anyway.
So...
Anyway.
Out of all these that we've kind of mentioned and briefly gone over, I want you to pick out 2 or 3 that you think would make the best TV show. Actually, pick one that would make the best TV show and one that would make the best movie. And why? And it can't be one that is already a TV show or movie.
I would love to see if they had the budget for it, either live action or animated. I would love to see a Planetary TV show.
And what is Planetary about?
You want me to explain it again? Are you not paying attention? I mean, I would be more than happy to explain the plot since I did it already.
I know.
Again, it's the adventures of these 4. These 3.
Oh, you're gonna do it again for real?
Yeah, and it's very relevant because they touch base on storylines from the Fantastic Four to the Hulk to Tarzan, but it's a totally different spin on it. It's good. It will make a good TV show. Now, a good movie to me, I think Nemesis will be a very interesting movie, though.
Okay.
I talked about earlier what Nemesis was about, and I think that would make an awesome TV show.
So what's Nemesis about?
What do you think?
No. As far as what, my TV show and movie?
Mm-hmm.
So for my movie, I think Absolution. Or I'm sorry, that would be my TV show. I'm sorry. Absolution would be my TV show.
Yeah, I see that. I see.
You could go one of 2 ways with it. I think if you went TV show, you could stretch. It would be like an 8-episode thing. If you went movie, I would end the first movie when they arrest the main character.
Yeah, I could see that being an easy, like, hey, if you like Dexter, you'll love this kind of thing. You know?
Right. And Irredeemable, I think that's waiting to be made to like a Netflix show or something. Like if there's something Netflix wanted to jump on and kind of be like, all right, Amazon has The Boys, we're losing Marvel and DC. Irredeemable is a good property to go pick up, man. Like, and there's a lot of material you can pull from.
No, I agree. Yeah. That's smart. It's good.
I just think that's the easiest one. You could do Invincible if you want to go a little bit. I mean, not super young, but you could go
Invincible would make a nice animated TV series.
Animated would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
My sleeper, which I think would make a good movie. I think The Shaolin Cowboy, done correctly, could be a really cool. I know you're not a fan of the zombie thing, but it'd be something so off the wall and different. It could be a lot of fun. Like that could be a lot of fun. Think Zombieland mixed with like John Wick.
Oh, well, Zombieland mixed with like The Protector or any other film. Yeah, I think it would be great.
Maybe John Wick's not right because there's not a lot of guns in it, but
yeah, like it's like Zombieland mixed with like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
That should have been the natural one. And I would definitely take the guy from The Raid to play him.
I don't know, man. We have to. I would probably pick the guy who plays Genghis Khan in Marco Polo, and also plays Wong in
Doctor Strange. Oh, he'd be good. Yeah, that's a good one.
I feel like I would want him to do that role.
That's a good one. He doesn't talk though.
You should see him in Marco Polo.
No, I'm talking about the Shaolin Cowboy.
Yeah, but he's a good actor. He doesn't talk either. He doesn't need to talk.
No. I think that's a good. I think he'd be a good choice. He's kind of got more of the resemblance to him anyway.
Yeah, I think he could carry it too. So that's just me.
No, I like that. I like that. Every now and then, man, you come up with a really good idea that I'm just blown away with.
I'm just saying, man.
Yeah, I do like that one. You got any other ones that you want to throw a shout out to? Any sleepers?
No, not that I can think of right now. But I do want to do a little more research in because I feel like there's a whole list I didn't say. So.
Well, you had plenty of time to do your research and come prepared for the show. If you're not going to come prepared to class, then next time just stay at the door.
Thanks, Professor Doolittle.
Shots fired.
Yeah.
Oh, Star Wars: Dark Empire. I don't think they were with Marvel at the time this was written, so I'm going to throw that in there.
Oh yeah. That I guess, yeah.
The Dark Empire trilogy, by the way.
I know. I was trying to stay away from Star Wars and Star Trek kind of stuff. You know,
I mean,
just
you can
superhero. It's fine.
You can count it. I'm not going to throw a flag on that.
That's fine.
So you're not a Walking Dead fan, though. Before we go,
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm just not a big fan of this. I used to read the comic, and then I just had to stop because it just was just like it wouldn't stop. So.
What about Black Science?
Black Science is cool. I don't think I want to see that into a TV show or movie though.
What about Uncle Sam?
No, that's not right either for anything.
Okay, I'm just throwing some other ones I'm looking at right now. Black Hammer.
God, that's kind of weird. Maybe a weirdish type of TV show, you know?
Okay.
Like trippy psychedelic.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. How about Protocol Orphans?
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, this is one I bought. But this is one, that one's pretty much about a group of orphans who were all trained to be assassins.
Yeah. Is it good?
It's fine. I got it in the bargain bin. It was like $4.
Okay.
It's fine for $4.
Anything's fine. Anything reading is fine for $4. Most things.
It's solid for $4. I don't think I have any more.
Oh, dude. All right. Well,
I mean, not that I personally have in front of me. I didn't bring them all up here. I brought a good amount.
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of some. There's one that's on the tip of my tongue, dude. I just can't think.
Okay. Well, you figure that out. You know.
And moving on.
Yeah, and moving on. Final blow time.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, do you have any more you want to add to the list?
No, I'm no, man. It's just like I'm so glad we had this time together. Hello.
Final blow. What you got?
Man, this is going on as one of the weirdest shows, man. What do you have for your final blow?
You coming to me first?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. My final blow is again, check out Superhero Speak podcast. I appreciate you guys letting me be on, and it was a lot of fun. Check them out. Check out their latest show. Your boy's on there. If you didn't check out last week's, we had JD from their podcast. Next week, we will have someone from the Defy Life family joining us for a special podcast. It was his idea, actually. He reached out to us, and I'm definitely all for it. One of my favorite guests we've had on. He is going to talk with us about The Boys. So next week, we will be going full in depth on The Boys.
Love it.
And check out Young Justice. Shout out to Aquaman. He took a new turn.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, Oz, what you got for the final blow, dude?
Dude, yeah, man, man, I'm gonna start calling you Sir Pause a lot, man. God damn. Man, or Mr. Space. You know, if you're a superhero, you'd be called Mr. Space, man.
What do you mean? Like I gave my final blow, and then you were like,
and then here, let me tell you how it usually works. Usually, you go final blow time, and then you'll say final blow, and then you'll go. And Oz, your final blow. This is you. This is you today. Yeah, definitely check out Superhero Speaks. So Oz, I'm like, what you doing, dude? You are you eating ice cream and Oreo cookies? What you doing, man?
Hey, you know what? I did pull a V's and I did eat Oreos while we were doing When the One's Gotta Go.
Dude, no, dude, it was evident, man. I'm just like, yo, man, tighten up, dude.
That's
Eat
why when you were
before
talking
a
about,
show.
and I got something to eat when you were talking about one of the comics. That's why I didn't hear you.
No, I know. I was like, yo, man, pay attention, dude. Check your wallet and see. Check your wallet and press that Apple Pay button and pay attention, man.
Oh,
it's cheap.
Man.
It don't cost much to do, dude. Paying attention don't cost much these days. Okay.
This has been an interesting show.
Yeah, dude. Sir Pause a lot. This guy is working out, like swimming the English Channel. Hey, regular Scott. Oh, sorry, man. I was just drying off, man. I was just doing a lap in the pool. Okay, you want to get your workout on while we're doing a show? That's cool. Final blow. Don't do it. Dude. Holy man, spirit of bees got into you, dude.
Oh man. Yeah, wow.
Man, this guy.
This guy show.
Literally, I'm like, man, it's an awkward 3-second pause. You made it extremely awkward, like 8-second pause. I was like, what? Did you say you're making dinner right now? Okay, cool. Okay, got you.
Oh man. This is people are either really gonna love this one or they're gonna be like, I won't be tuning in next week.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you, Steph Blurdy is gonna come back and be like, hey, regular Scott, can you pay attention? Dude, you be getting on me all the time about that. And you just luncheon. Here's my final blow, kids.
We're actually gonna get a final blow out of you.
Final blow.
So what was that before that?
It was come to take a knee time. I'm taking over the show next week.
You can't. We have a guest coming.
I don't care. You can't handle it, dude. I'm taking over next week, dude.
You can't. We have a guest coming.
Cool.
You're not going to be rude to the guest that you don't know how to host. Last time we had you hosted. Oh, we didn't have a guest on that time. All right.
Yeah. See. Again, hey, pay attention and get your facts straight.
You're not taking over the show next week. You
Yeah,
can take over the week after. You can take over the week after.
Okay. 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 Gotcha. Yeah. What do the young kids say? Oh yeah, okie dokie, boss.
Hey.
Yes, sir, boss. You got it.
All right. What you got for the final blow?
Hey kids, stay tuned for next week when I take over the show. Keep watching Young Justice. As regular Scott said, there was an interesting twist, which I don't even know why they needed to even do that. I'm not hating on it, but it just made no sense. It was like, what the? Anyway, I'm excited to see for DC Universe to get Hush. That would be nice. And The Boys has been good. I look forward to reviewing that with everybody next week. And yeah, that's all I got. Keep your towel handy.
Again, I'm guessing that was a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy reference that I didn't get.
Oh, no, dude, that was from G1.
That had nothing to do with the G1.
Oh, dude, you didn't know G1? It's the new guy from G1 called the what's his name? The Pretty Boy Pete. I can't even remember any of their names. That's how sad it is.
All right, Oz, tell everyone you'll talk to him next time.
Is there one dude called Kamikaze or something like that?
No, there's nobody called Kamikaze.
Is there a guy called the Samurai or Dirk Diggler? Is there
Dirk Diggler? There's a Dolph Ziggler.
You're kidding. There is not a Dolph Ziggler on that thing.
There is definitely a Dolph Ziggler.
Oh no. There's a Dolph Ziggler.
Well, you just said Dick Durgler or whatever. All right, you know what? We gotta. This show has just been completely bonkers. All right, I was telling me when you talk to him next time. All right, dude.
Everybody. Oh man. Everybody, peace and G1 chicken grease.
Y'all have a good time because we're gonna have a good time until we talk to y'all next time. Peace, man.
Oh, dude, there is a what's his name again? One stuff be tripping me out, man. Hey, yo, what was up with the show?